why don't we do it after the stream?
Alright.
Alright, well, let's.
Well, I'm gonna take a final break here. I've been drinking decaf all morning, so.
Yeah, I'll probably have to midstream, so alright, well I'm gonna climb on board here in a minute and we will see you. I may try to launch Discord in the stream just to see if that works at all, but if it doesn't, then I may end up calling you back, but you can check and see I'm streaming now, so it should be on.
morning, everyone. Welcome aboard today's flight from Denver to Minneapolis. We're going to be flying with a friend of mine, Captain Tim, and we're going to both be flying southwest routes today. So, welcome aboard. Let's see. Let's see what we're going to need here. All right, we got that going. So I've got on my
Jan's WhatsApp audio.
howdy. Okay, let me see. I'm getting started. So I don't need this on here. Minimize that screen. Oops. Yeah, I have to kind of get my head wrapped around the whole live streaming effort. Well, not so much that, but I don't want people to be bored silly. But on the other hand, it's you kind of want to keep, once you get started, you want to keep going and not waste a bunch of time. Anyway, there's a lot of setup stuff that needs to be done. But, so I wanted to try. Well, all of my flights, yeah. So for those of you watching, if anyone happens to be on yet, yeah, we always do our flights full and dark. And even though I'm already running, technically I'm not, because I bring it up because I've got to make sure the sounds and my screens and all that are in the right place. So I guess I can shut it down and start it up again, but I keep the stream going. All right, so let's see. I wanted to try real quick and see if I could get how Discord might work if I brought it in. So if you would get my stream up on something that you can hear it. And just mute your audio enough on your phone where it doesn't feedback. And then what I'm going to do is, I don't know if I can connect to Discord at the same time I'm connected to my stream, but we'll try it. So I'm going to go to my Discord channel, which is difficult to do with a mouse. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm going to my Discord and I'm just going to go to the group flight channel. Alright, so if you go there, because I can see my mic is working. So go to that Discord channel, the group flights one under Wheels Up, and you'll see that I'm in there. Yeah, I just want to see if I can hear you and you can hear me when you're in the group. Okay. Can you hear me? You're not, there's no green around you, so it doesn't look like you're modulating. Alright, now you're muted, that's alright. Go to your settings. Go to your settings and see if it's not just in your settings. Yeah, and you can always call me back if you're not successful. And then if I can hear you, then obviously we can talk. And then I want to see if you can hear your voice on the stream too, because that would be one thing that would be nice. But bring that in or keep it off if you don't want it. Okay, bye. All right, so we're doing a little exercise here, trying to see during the World Flight event. I wanted to get in and interview a couple of my fellow captains and ask them how they got into World Flight. And the challenge was bringing my audio into their stream. And so it's not impossible to do, but they just weren't set up to do it at the time. World Flight's not the time to start introducing new activities and such because the complexity involved. So I'm hoping that Tim and I can get this working to where he can connect through Discord, and he and I can talk. And then ultimately, what I'd like to be able to do is to be able to use my PA system here, either the flight button, the service button, the PA button, where I could punch him in, and then you guys could hear him or whoever might be coming in the Discord. So that's what we're kind of playing with right now. So if you're bored silly watching this, I don't blame you. It's not much of excitement. It's just a lot of back office work. So sorry about that. All right, so let's see what we've got here.
All right, Scott, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Fine. Yeah.
All right.
So now the trick's going to be, if I can go to my, ideally, I hope I can't hear you on the stream, because that would tell me that I need to pipe Discord in through another method, which would be ideal. And if I can hear you on the stream, then I'm going to have to figure out a way to take Discord out of this system. I was just telling the audience.
I should be able to hear myself on the screen too.
Well, I hope you can't hear yourself on the live stream. That would be ideal, because I was just talking to the audience, tell them I've got, like, on my audio panel here under the mic selectors, there's a flight button, there's a service button, and there's a PA button. Ideally, what I'd love to be able to do is to use one of those inputs, depress that, and if I depress it, now my audience could hear whoever I have on the Discord audio. So if I wanted to bring you in and you wanted to interview me or ask some questions, the audience could watch the live stream, but they could also hear your voice asking me questions from Discord.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, especially over Discord. WhatsApp, you have to give out your phone number. So
yeah, no, Discord would be ideal, and I think it's doable. It's just going to be a way of kind of backing the audio. It's probably going to be easier the way I have it set up if I can run Discord on the Flight Sim PC. What I'm more concerned about is what you and I were looking at yesterday, and that's the resources used by the system. So I'm going to take a quick look
Discord
at that.
probably not so much.
Not unless you're streaming on Discord, yeah, and I'm not doing that. So right now I'm at 50%, 48, 46, 45, peak at 50 on the CPU performance, and the GPU is not even 70%, so that's good. All right. So let me get it back over here and see. I'm not too worried about BatSim. Let me get my flight plan updated. I'll probably go ahead and file on BatSim just in case they happen to pop in.
Yeah.
I still want to figure out why Say Intentions is not working, and then I haven't yet tried. You don't have Beyond ATC, do you?
I do, but I don't like using it. The voices are just now. They're rolling out their large language model.
Yes, and it's
better.
out now. So that may be, if with SI not working, me not being able to access their settings menu, I may have to try that as an alternate. So let's see. All right, so 1052.
That's really bizarre. You can't access your settings menu. That's really bizarre.
Yeah, I mean, really bizarre. I mean, why would the cog not be available? That makes no sense. Okay.
Maybe if you set it up without the simulator running, try it, and then you have to have the simulator running to connect. But maybe if you start it first, although you wouldn't be able to do that with your startup sequence.
I was able to access it when the sim is not running, but the problem is I need to, the way that this push to talk button is managed, it's through a function key 13 that doesn't exist on a keyboard. It's something that Carlo figured out how to do through the back door, and so what happens is you got to use, like VPilot, when you select the push to talk in VPilot, you have to do it through the FSCCL application, and you pick, there's a button there where you do the push to talk, and then you go to WhatsApp, you go to VPilot, and you pick another source, and then all of a sudden F13 shows up on the screen. So it's like, what? I need to ask him how that's done, because I need to be able to do that for other apps that need push to talk. Okay.
Right. F14, F15, F16.
Yeah,
Yeah, something like that.
F-16, yes.
F-16. Okay.
You
Where is
end up in
my-
restricted airspace. Here comes the F-16.
All right. Where is my... Thought I had done that. Let's see if we can do it from here. No, probably not. I thought I had filed my flight in. Go to Love Cars and see if it's in there. So I'm launching Love Cars 5 because that's where I booked today's flight. Man, that menu is hard to see when it's dark. Okay. All right, service from Denver to Minneapolis, 4043. Okay. All right, so that's good there. Let's see. Let's go ahead and open it. Maybe I can dispatch it from here and then redo it in SimBrief. All right, dispatch. Request dispatch. Yeah, I do wish you had an option. I know unauthorized access. Check to make sure you're logged in the system. Okay. Southwest Virtual. They do have a good website though. Gotta give them props for that. And they're making a new one too. The new one is supposed to be even better. I don't see anything wrong with this one actually. Okay, operations, schedule, Denver, dispatch. There we go. Now it's coming in SimBrief. Yesterday I tried looking at the sim, at the stream on my iPad, and I could not see it. Okay, live. Nope, that's yesterday's. I think I have this thing set to public. Can you see today's stream?
Yes, I'm watching.
And you sure it shows today? I got a gray shirt on, not a blue one.
Yeah, it kind of looks blue.
Yeah, the one-
Let me check.
Yeah, make sure you got the right one because it's should show Denver to Minneapolis. I'm just wondering if it actually went.
Right, I'm looking. I'm under subscriptions, and I'm not as familiar with this. So
Yeah, but it should show up for me. I mean, I'm in my. Let me go to my dashboard. No, my dashboard. Yeah.
yeah, that
probably-
says 18 hours ago.
Yeah,
So
see, that's not it. Let me go back this way. Back. How did I get over here? Goodness gracious.
if I go to home,
Studio. Content. If it's this is where I would see it. Okay. Live. Yep, Denver. Okay, so here. Oh shoot! No wonder. Duh. It's showing unlisted. Okay, now it's public. Publish that, so it should come in. Should be able to see it. So now we might get some people here.
here it is live. Okay.
Yeah, just double check the information. Denver to Minneapolis. Okay, so that's
I'm
live.
hearing myself come through.
You are.
I'm a little loud. You might want to turn my.
All right, so you are coming through Discord then. Shoot. Well, if you don't mind, just not that we say anything that's off color, but all right. What's wrong with my pad? My pad's
All right,
a
I'm
little
gonna
small.
mute it. I'll try to talk softly.
Yeah, I can. Well, let me keep talking for a second. Let me go fix that in Discord real quick. I'm just getting sidetracked here because I see something on the stream I need to fix. Okay. I don't know how these guys do it that stream all this fancy stuff. It's like, man, they must spend hours and hours and hours getting it all set up. All right, so Tim, let me see if I can. No, that's not what I want to do. I'm going to see if I can turn you down a little bit. All right, try that and see if that made any difference. Talk and see if. Geez, now I can barely hear you.
No, I don't hear.
No, I can't hear you at all. That's not going to work. All right, I got you at about 92% volume.
Okay, A B C D E. Okay, A B C D E. Hear me down to about maybe 85.
Okay, there's 82. How's that?
All right, I just had an interruption in the stream.
Okay.
Yeah, that's maybe 80.
A little bit more. Yeah, I can still hear you okay, so there's 76. It's the best I can get. As long as I can hear you, is the main thing. Are you talking?
Sure,
Yeah, okay, I can hear you.
you know, no one likes their voice, so.
You know what? You get used to it. I was watching the video that we shot yesterday, and I was listening to myself, and I had my headphones on, and we're laying in bed, and Lynn says, "I can hear your voice through your headsets." She goes, "I recognize that voice." Okay,
right.
so let me go. That's good for now. But okay, so we definitely have to figure out a way to reroute that Discord input. All right, so that's good. Let me go fix this stream because something looks off. My iPad looks off. Everything else looks okay. I moved the CDUs on the bottom right up because there was that subscriber YouTube subscriber thing that was right in the middle of it. So I moved that out the way. So let me go fix this one thing, and I'll be right back.
Should have fixed it.
And the camera's okay. Yeah, yesterday I noticed that I could see my pad on the way the camera was situated, so that's changed. That's corrected now. You still there?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so let's get going here. So we've got double check VATSIM.
You start love cars, your flight.
Yeah, I did. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, there's a little bit. It's kind of weird because I can see the delay now when I moved over to. But I guess it really doesn't matter because my voice is following the stream, so whatever I'm talking about is going to be in sync.
Right.
All right. Okay. So you picked a nice area to fly with all that bad weather. We don't have any weather hardly in our route of flight, so that's a good thing. All right. So we got this going here. Let me refresh SimBrief, and it should pull up my. Yep. There's 4043. So that's good. Let's view that. All right, so today's flight, Southwest 4043, service from Denver to Minneapolis, Boeing 738. Block time, 2 hours and 1 minute, airtime an hour and 41. We got a little bit of taxiing to do, it looks like. Flight levels 370, 624 nautical miles. Let's see, anything else interesting? So, block fuel 14,300 pounds. Estimated takeoff weight 145, 166 passengers today. Departing runway 8, which is normal on the Chewy 1 with the Chewy transition. Then the Swan and the Torgy 3 arrival to runway 30 into Minneapolis. So that looks pretty good.
Could be 30 left.
Yeah, 30 left into Minneapolis. Okay. Probably should, but since we don't have, I don't know if you do it as a rule, but I usually tend to cross-check and verify these routes against FlightAware. Most of the time, SimBrief does a good job of going and getting the FlightAware routes, but occasionally.
Yeah, this one was different, but well, I don't know what yours is showing. Mine was showing a different route, but I chose the most popular one in for flight.
Yeah, this is the Chewy 1 departure, then the Chewy transition, then Kilo Delta 72 Yankee, and the Swan, then Swan, and then the Torgy 3 arrival, it looks like. Okay, so let's see. Let's go ahead and request that and see if it comes in. And the last altimeter I had was 3029, QNH 1026. Route load. Legs, yeah, Chewy Swan, yep, that looks pretty good. We're going to remove that disco at the top. That looks good. Activate that, execute. Departure is going to be the Chewy 1. Runway 8, Chewy 1. Okay. Arrival is going to be the Torgy with the Swan. We have a ILS 30. Oh, you want to do the ILS or the RNAV?
Oh, someone else filed already. My flight plan.
No, it's okay. Unless you're on.
Yeah, VATSIM won't let me pre-file.
Oh, I thought you weren't going to do for VATSIM.
Oh, well, I thought maybe we'd see each other, but yeah, I won't then.
Yeah, I mean,
can't, so, yeah.
There's another flight though, because I took there's like 4 of them I think that go to Minneapolis. Just grab one of the other ones.
Oh.
Because I got 4043.
Yeah,
I got the second one.
now.
I think there are 2 more.
I think I'll stay off for now. I should be doing this more on my own than in some sort of group thing, I think. So I'll just listen to the way you talk on VATSIM, and
that's up to you.
I'll learn.
All right, let's see. So, all right, so we got our flight plan filed. I'll do it again just to make sure. Yep, okay. So we can close that tab. And we don't want that tab. That's yesterday's OFP. Close that. I'm going to double check this just to make sure. We got, I use this E6BX for double checking a quick look at METAR, although it's not a genuine ATIS, at least it's a METAR. Just really looking for the QNH 325. So it changed according to these guys. I had 329 from the sim. That's still high pressure, man. 3029, 3025.
Yeah, oh, I've got to get started. All right. Can't really turn that down.
$30.25. Man, it's the art of tuning in the QNH on this thing. Okay, so flight sim. All right, sim brief looks good. Let's go ahead and view that PDF. We're gonna have to redo it. Let's see, edit, because it did it in Southwest format. Sorry, Southwest pilots who might be watching, but I just can't wrap my head around the SWA format, so that'll be another lesson to work on. All right, plan step climbs if required. Firm, save as default. The aircraft is going to be the Daddy Boone. Daddy Boone, generate. All right, so route's good. Let's go. Did you answer me on the arrival if you wanted to do the ILS or Torgy? Yeah, I got the ILS 30 left. Okay. So legs, plan, 6 pages, 6 up. All right, so we got as, get that one. And you got that same chewy, like a double, like I did yesterday. Okay, all right, so that looks good. I can execute that. All right, so stepping through it. Oh yeah, that's a nice looking arrival. I like that. Okay. Yep. That's left traffic for 30 left. Yep, nice. Okay, happy with that. We'll go back to map. Okay, so we got our redid the flight plan, so we'll look at a new OFP. Alright, so looking good, flight level 370, so alright. Still not quite sure I'm all in on this. Mike's done a great job on his checklist, but it's just not working for me 100%. Alright, so bat looks good. Voltage is looking good. Battery switch, yes, it's armed and guarded. It's already done that. Standby power switch is armed and guarded. Checked. Alternate flaps, armed and guarded. Fuel pump switches are all off. Wipers are off. Hydraulic pumps are A's off, B's on. Gear lever is down, 3 greens, top and bottom. Check. Weather radar test.
Monitor radar display. Go around. Wind shear ahead.
I take it all the audio still sounds good.
Wind shear ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, your background from your cockpit.
Sounds okay.
You know, your amp speakers. Yeah, it could be a little louder, but that's all right. Unless you can pipe it directly into your live stream without picking it up over your speakers, but that probably cause some sort of feedback. If your
No, I tell you,
microphone on your headset picks it up.
there's one thing. Let me go do this real quick and tell me if you notice something. Because that single center image that I'm getting for the stream is coming from a teleport screen grab off of this simulator, and I did notice there's audio coming from that, and I didn't change it yesterday, but this morning when I started this stream, I turned it off. So let me click that back on real quick and tell me if you notice a difference.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm not there yet. Let me get over here.
Yeah.
Not that one. I need this stream here. All right, so tell me if you noticed, does that change the sound at all?
Not from what I'm hearing of you're saying, no.
All right, well, it may take a second for it to come through, but yeah, because this is sound coming from the source computer. And let me go back over to, all right, so this is the streaming one, and I muted it on that PC. So, okay, here we go. Here's the test, 1, 2, 3, and I've opened it back up again. Right, so this is the streaming one, and I muted it on that PC. So, okay, here we go. Here's the test, 1, 2, 3, and I've opened it back up again. So this is the streaming one, and I muted it on that PC. So, okay, here we go. Here's the test, 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, well that's where you would have to hear it again. That's what I was talking about. So I muted it on that. When you have it up,
you're getting feedback. It's just continuous. Turn it off.
Yeah, I just did. So that should be better now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay.
Yeah, you're a little loud compared to me now, but.
All right, so that's better. So I shouldn't have this on here at all. It shouldn't be getting anything but a picture. Yeah, because I don't want any audio from. All right, so we'll leave that like it is. So everything's, excuse me, everything sounds good on the stream, okay?
Yeah.
All right, okay, we'll leave that alone. All right, yeah, it was just that one that I turned down. That's a little bit better because that one's kind of peaking a little bit, and they often say don't let it peak. It's okay to get into orange, but don't let it get into the red because then it'll distort. All right. Okay. Sorry about that. A little technical adjustment. No point doing a stream if you can't watch it because it's so loud and it's blaring all over the place. All right, so the route looks good. So we'll continue with our checklist. Faulting up, 2 lights there, 3 lights there, wheel well, fire detect, overheat, engine 1 and 2, wheel well, flight control, electrical, fuel, and overheat. Okay. Squibs 1 and 2, check. All right, let's go ahead and put fuel number 1 aft tank and start the APU. And today's flight is going to be the 370. I'm going to go ahead and update the pressurization panel. 37. And we'll load in the charts for today's flight. Yeah, one of the things I think would be interesting to have someone else, you know, you watch some of these live streamers and they're talking through everything they're doing, but to have a conversation with someone I find is also engaging. Even if you're just going through and cross-checking the same things we're doing group flights, but we're flying the same aircraft, the same route. We're just going through everything together. Okay, so that's
Right.
Denver. All right, so we're way at the end of Terminal C. Yep. Okay. Yep, that's an easy departure there. Okay, so we got a bus. We got to start the chrono, leave that 3 minutes, and then we'll switch over. All right, ground power, bleed panel, that's all set. Oxygen panel, normal, cabin utilities. It's all on, electricals checked. Cabin utility and the passenger seats are on. IRS are already set. Emergency lights. Exit lights are armed and guarded. Air conditioning panel is required. CDUs, that's already been set. Flaps are up. Parking brake is set. Exterior lights. We're going to go steady on the strobe. Alright. LE devices, leading edge flaps checked. Reversers out. ECCs are armed and guarded. Flight recorder checked. Mach speed checked. Stall warning. One checked. 2 checked. Crew oxygen is good. 16. PSEU is out, and we'll do lights check. Looks good. There's no backlight check, but that's okay. Do you have a lights check on your panel?
Yeah. It helps out, make sure nothing's burned
Yeah.
out.
I notice when I go to the dim, when you push it on the the lights test dim, or just turn it to
Yeah.
dim, the only lights on the pedestal that go dimmer are the 2 ADFs. Nothing else dims.
Yeah, it could be a wiring issue. Who
Well,
knows? You'd have to
getting
talk
other
to
lights on the panel, but on the
FSC about that.
that's the only thing on the
Yeah.
pedestal that dims. Okay. All right,
Okay.
flight controls check. Those are guarded. Yaw damper on,
Could be.
and that includes the
Yeah, I was
spoilers.
saying they
open
could
flaps.
be older units that don't dim the other modules.
No,
So,
actually, if anything, the ADFs are the older ones. The other units that I have are the newer models. Because I have the newer comms and the newer navs.
Oh, okay. Well, they should dim unless.
Yeah, no, they're not.
Yeah.
And I mentioned that to
Okay.
Alessandro. I mean, to Giovanni already.
Carlo.
Okay, navigation
Yeah, okay.
panels are normal, normal, normal. Displays are source auto and control panel normal. Fuel valve check. Crossfeed checked. Equipment cooling is normal. Passenger signs are auto. Window heats on. Overheat checked. Off. Back on. Probe heats test. Check. Also going to check the overheat on the wing body overheat check. Alright. Hydraulic switches, raise on, B's off. That's good. Flight recorder test. Voice recorder test. Good. Check. Cabin pressurization is set to 37,000. And the arrival destination airport is 820, so we'll put that at 850. 850. Check. All right, so we've had 4 minutes on the APU, so we're going to switch over now. APU on and bleed on. Let's call for removal of ground power. Can remove that, good. All right. External lights are all as required and ignition switches are set. And we have ATIS, so let's go ahead and finish with our flight planning here. So route data looks good. That's been cross-checked. Perf in it. Let's see what this is going to show. Request. Should be getting block fuel of 13,165. We have 14.5. Fuel 14.5. Gross weight. All right, takeoff weight 134. This is showing 146. So that's interesting. $134.6. Fuel should be 13.1. I'm just overriding it. We'll call it 13.2 since it's 65. Whoop. Oh, you can't change the fuel? That's interesting. Not here, huh? Zero fuel weight's 121. Can I change that? 121.8. You can change that. You can't change the fuel here. See about reserves. Should be right at 3.1 for reserves.
I can enter the zero fuel weight. Well, I've never tried overriding with SimBrief.
You can. Looks like you can do everything but the fuel, the actual fuel. Cost index is 30. Yeah, this is way different than what I'm showing. All right, altimeter or altitude is 370. That's good. Cruise winds are 317 at 66 /66. Well, maybe it doesn't like that. 317 /66. Yeah, it'll take that. Now, I've never changed the ISA deviation at the departure for the perf. I've just left that the way it is.
Yeah, I just use the SimBrief flight plan summary page instead of looking at the OFP or the the LIDO. But I'm taking a shortcut that way.
Where are you seeing the summary page you're talking about?
If you go to SimBrief after you generate.
On the not on the OFP?
Not on the OFP, no. It's up at the top after you generate, where it says like generated on 19 Feb 2025. Yeah. Then flight info shows your call sign, departure, arrival, and then below that there's flight plan summary.
Oh, okay, right.
And I'm not sure if those are cruise figures or on the ground figures, but I just punch them in as they are. So
well, so ISA deviation is going to be, I got 2 Celsius.
+1.
So
okay.
It's 3 Celsius then.
Well, I have +1 on
yeah,
the.
so it'd be one more than
OFP.
Okay, so.
Oh, one more than what's shown, really?
Well, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure how to read
told,
that either.
So.
You what? I'm sorry.
I've never been instructed what to do here, other than I just kind of made this up by going on.
Well, I actually have it. That information I shared with you the other day definitely has all that stuff in it. It's just one of those things that and I've gone through it before. and I have done this the correct way. It's been a while since I've gone through all of this, and now that I've got an actual cockpit to do it, I need to revisit all of that and pay more attention to it. Let's see, let me see where there's a section in here for the FMC. All right, so the SID, we got that, the route, departure, that's all, init ref, perf, cost index, rev, zero fuel weight, trip, altitude, cruise, ISA deviation, insert via scratch pad, then select. So the ISA deviation. So I'm thinking that's from the OFP. So if it's +1, then I would do 1 there, just put 1 Celsius instead of 2. Now the temperature you can't change because there's no slash, but
yeah, there is on the CDU next to the clear button. There's a /.
Well, no, I know there's one there, but
right.
there's in the line, on the line select 3 where there's the temperature and the deviation, there's no hash mark in between them. So what temperature would you put?
I'd have to well, my
Top of climb temp?
Cat for me says -8. I can't do an assumed flex temperature for this takeoff at this altitude apparently. So I just do slash and then the temperature, which it's about to change. It's -8.
I got 33 Fahrenheit.
You have what?
My ISA deviation on the perf init page 1 says 33 Fahrenheit and 1 Celsius deviation.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. See, I don't think you need to fool with the temperature. You just do the deviation. The temperature will adjust.
It's the next one, next page under N1 limit. Yeah, you don't have to fool with Fahrenheit.
Yeah, that's your select temperature.
N1.
Yeah, select temperature is going to be, according to SimBrief, is saying select temperature is 43. What did you get in TopCat?
TopCat is actually saying assumed flex temperature takeoff not authorized. Of course, I have a higher. Let me see if I got the takeoff weight in there right. No.
Yeah, I've never gotten to flaps 1 like you mentioned before. Flaps 1.
Yeah, I did wrong takeoff weight. No, I didn't do.
Let's see.
Yeah, no, I have it right. Yeah, I get that occasionally. Assume flex temperature not authorized, and it beats me.
Yeah, so I'm not going to mess with the fuel. I'll leave it. I mean, 14.4 is not that much. It's just a little extra. Got to. That's 536. And 145, 146, 149, 155. That's a whole lot more than what they're showing. 149.
I'll tell you what I get here in a second, but we have different.
Yeah, this to me, let's see, OAT disagree. OAT disagree.
Outside air temperature.
Yeah.
Disagree.
Outside air temperatures disagree. I did -11. Let me see. Let me go back a page and find out. Okay.
I think it just came in that it just changed. It's -8, or it should be.
I'm showing in the sim -11.
11, right.
Perf. So that says.
Did you do slash, or you did, of course you did, 45 or whatever it was.
Well, it's +43 / -11.
Right.
And it's showing outside air temperature of -11.
Outside air temperature on both the, no, that's on the, that's on the ECAS. So I don't know what to tell you there.
Yeah, I think it's just one of those things we need to look at later and make a determination as to what's the best way to approach it. I'm sure somebody watching, Pat watches or something, he'll give me an update on that.
Well,
Otherwise,
try
there's not
minus
much
8
left
just
in
to
the.
see what happens.
Okay. All right, so I'm good on all of that. So let's continue down. The CDU is programmed, VHF radios. Let's go ahead and I'm going to log in here. We can minimize that. I've connected. All right, so that's going to be 40. $40.43. Update my. $40.43. I'm glad you enjoyed doing this because, to me, this is what flight simming is all about. It's, you know, you don't have to be over.
Traffic.
Well, we shouldn't have that on, that's for sure. We'll turn the traffic off. All right, so we have ATC. Yay! Denver departure ATIS is 134.025. 134. You know what? If you show up, they'll come. So all you got to do is we just got to load up in here and file a flight plan and wait a little while. Somebody will come up and start working the system. All right, let's take a listen.
Contact appropriate ramp control for pushback. Advise on initial contact. You have information November.
Information November. In the stream, can you hear that ATIS coming through the
Denver
headsets?
International Airport departure information November 1753 Zulu. Wind 130 at 6. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 3000. Temperature -11. Dew point -16.
Okay.
Altimeter 3025. Departing runway 8. Runway 17 left. Runway 25. Aircraft must read back assigned heading or first waypoint with takeoff clearance. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Notices to air mission bird activity vicinity airport. SpaceX system in use. Have mode C transponder on and squawking assigned code in movement areas and before calling for pushback. Contact appropriate ramp control for pushback. Advise on initial contact. You have information November.
I'm sorry, were you talking to me?
Oh, it's just telling you it's coming through and it works. I
Okay.
just listened to the live stream.
Yeah, it's
So,
pretty loud
yeah.
on my end. I couldn't hear you. I could tell somebody was talking, but I couldn't hear what you were saying over
Right.
the ATIS. All right, so we got winds are 130 at 6, 10 statute miles visibility, 3,000 scattered, -11, -16 on the dew point, altimeter 3025, and departing runway 8, and we have information November. All right, so that's good there. So let's see. Should probably get on their frequency. We have. I guess they're not doing. Oh, they did. Okay, they did send me a PDC. So departure, man, I can't hardly read that. I need to make that bigger. Can I make it bigger? No, I can't make it bigger. Wow, that's hard to read. Southwest 4043. Departure Denver, destination Minneapolis, route Chewy. Yeah, that's right. 370 squawk 1405. 1405. All right, got that down. Remarks cleared Chewy, departure Chewy, transition, climb via SID, expect 370 and 10. After departure, frequency 12765. That's the only one we have because there's no tower. Runway 8 contact. Okay, we got to contact them prior to push. All right, so that's cool.
Hey, Scott, for my
Yep.
own information,
Yeah, sure.
where are you looking at that PDC?
All right, so if you filed, did you file on VATSIM?
No. I'm going to stay off for this until.
Okay, so if you, I don't think I can show you this. Can you see in the screen? Can you see outside the window of my airplane in the stream?
Yeah, just there it is. Okay.
Okay, so you see
Is
the
that a VATSIM window or?
yeah. So
Oh.
normally you're going to come up and you're going to have this window when you log in. You're going to look for this
Yeah.
ACARS window. If you have this ACARS tab, even if you filed and there was not ATC, you're going to get an ACARS tab, and it's going to give you some kind of squawk code. But this is basically my pre-departure clearance, the PDC. It's got everything that I filed. It's listed here, the transition, the altitude, departure frequency, and who to contact. And then the main part is like Vegas, a lot of times they'll tell you to contact, contact departure or center, advise what spot number you're at. You know what that means, right?
What, your gate?
Term? No. Spot numbers, if you notice, especially Vegas, if you look around Vegas, when you get out of the active movement area, you can move around, you can push back, you can move around a good bit of the place without even talking to anybody. But then once you cross the movement lines, which are just before the taxi lines, you'll see along there'll be some numbers in a big circle. And those are the spot numbers.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so like in here, I don't think there's, I don't see any spot numbers in Denver. Nothing. Well, yeah, they are. If you could see, like over on the left side, where we are, see spot at the end of Delta Sierra, there's spot 8 Echo, 7 Echo on the...
right, the chart should have that, right?
Yep. Yeah, if you look at the airport chart info, because we're probably going to taxi out via 1-5, which is at purple. Then it could be Charlie November, and then we'll hold at spot 7. Like he might tell you to contact us at spot and tell us where your spot is. So we could taxi all the way to 7 Echo, and then stop there, and then wait for him to give us further instruction. Something like that. That's possible. And then if you take
I see the spots on the west side of the concourse. Charlie are 16, probably where you are.
Yeah, probably. I'm over there down by 15. I don't know, somewhere in that corner of the 16 to 17 by that area. Let's see. It's not going to, yeah. So if you, I'm right down there in that corner, Charlie November. And then they have 5, 6, 3, 4. Those would be considered spot numbers that you could call, but they're not asking us to do that now, so it's not really that important. I'll just call them and they'll give us taxi instructions. Probably to Lima. Taxi to Lima to runway 8 for departure, I'm guessing. All right.
Interesting.
So I
learning
think we're pretty
experience
much
for me. Thank you.
all right, so let's get our mode control panel set. We got 155, so we're going to set 155 in AMCP. The departure heading is 083.
Oh, you got runway 8. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
That's pretty common out of Denver.
Right. The rule of flight this morning for me took off on 10 left. So I'll have to reconfigure. If I, well.
Okay. So we've got course set for 083. We've got speed set for 155, which is V2. We've got a heading of 83, altimeter set to 370. We're going to recycle our flight directors, put the captain on master, flight and the first officer on slave, and enable, I don't think those will enable yet. VNAV won't, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Okay.
It should. Yeah, I'll let you know if mine does.
Valid perf, it says. What would... Yeah, I'm getting a message that says VNAV invalid perf. So it doesn't like the performance information.
That might be the outside air temperature discrepancy.
Let's see.
It's going to -8 for me, so.
All right, let me try something here. So, perf. Yeah, mine's -8 too. It just switched over. So let's see what this is. Did you change your select temperature?
I left it blank because of Top Cat.
Yeah, I've got to put select in there or it won't give me, okay, so that's right.
Oh, yeah. You can do a blank and then slash and then -8, but you've already got your performance set from.
Okay, I don't know what is
Brief.
keeping me from getting a VNAV set. What is it looking for that I am not giving it correct information? This is where it gets to be a little unnerving. It's like, okay, well, what do you want that I'm giving you everything that I can think of that you're asking for, and you're giving me an error. I'm showing -8. Let me rerun the flight plan and recycle this again now that the temperature's changed. Close that. Let's edit it. I was using that virtual performance tool until SimBrief came out with their takeoff performance information. I said, well, you know, I'll tell you one other thing I can check too is
you're always taking off with flaps 5, which is unrealistic with long
Really?
runways. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know
At
that.
least according to Top Cat, if I do if I choose the optimal settings, it gives me flaps 1 almost always, unless the runway is very short.
Let me see what. All right, so I'm letting Love Cars. You ever do the performance briefing in Love Cars?
Nope, haven't done that yet.
Well, if you got it up and running, you sure can. Let's see.
I do.
All right, so let's see what it says. All right, so let me put on runway 8, so that's good.
I think it's getting it from SimBrief though.
Well, some of it, I think it does. Some of it, they had this long before SimBrief came out with their program. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Let's see if I can find the information I need. It's hard to see this thing.
V1 136. I'm looking. Yeah, it says flaps 5.
All right, so where's select temperature? Yeah,
Interesting.
Do you see the select temperature on this thing? I'm not finding it. Where is it? Let's see. Did I do that? Oh, wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm doing performance. Duh. Takeoff data. Request takeoff data. There we go. Okay. Yeah, see, now I'm getting a select at 31. And it still flaps 5. So let me try doing that. Let me change that select temperature to perf. All right, so let's go 31/8 and see if that helps at all. All right, so let me do the winds too.
Oh, -8. -8.
Yep.
That would give you an outside air temperature discrepancy for sure.
Where are the winds? The wind, 122 at 5. Yeah, takeoff speed deleted. That's to be expected. 122/5. And is there any slope? I don't think this shows a slope. That's one thing I do like about the information inside of. Yeah, see, the SimBrief is still showing 43 select temperature. Okay, there's no slope and it's 355, so that's going to be 0/35. 353 on the heading.
Scott, did you correct the temperature?
Yes.
On N1 limit?
Yes.
Okay, to -8.
Yes. Yeah, it's showing that up in my ECAS as well.
Oh,
All right, so
yeah, I'm having a hard time seeing that.
All right, they're showing, did the runway departure change? This is showing 3-4 left now. All right,
By
so,
SimBrief calculated 3-4 left.
okay, so we got to change in
You'd
the
have
runway
to.
departure.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm glad I saw that. So let's do that again. So, ladies and germs, we have a slight deviation in the plan here. Okay, Lido, that's good. Generate, just double check. Okay, so, well, I was entering the slope and heading on the in the takeoff reference, and it said 353 on the heading. What? Yeah, it is. Yeah, 3-4 left is the departure now. Okay, still same departure, still the Chewy one, but 3-4 left. Okay, well that's better. All right, so let's go back and do our perf again. It's still dry, and the altimeter's is dropped too, so it's 321. It looks like you have to get ATIS all over again before we take off. Okay, 321, and that's 0 and 353. Okay, so that's cool. It is dry. All right, so take off. Wow, now it's giving me 147. What is, yeah, 140, 143, 147. Man, that's such a big discrepancy. I'm gonna request the takeoff data from here and see what it gives me. So I got 3 different numbers. The airplane, oh wow. Now the airplane's telling me 150, 153, and 158. Whew.
You still have your 0 fuel weight. Did it change that on you?
I'm gonna check it right now and see. Perf, okay, 0 fuel weight is 121.8. Yep, that's that makes sense. So takeoff weight is 134.6. No, see, that's where it's off. The gross weight here is 136.0. And SimBrief is telling me 134.6. I'm using the estimated takeoff weight.
That doesn't sound like a big enough discrepancy to cause that much.
Well, it's 2,000 pounds.
Discrepancy.
Yeah.
Well.
Fuels 14.2. Everything else stayed the same. All right, so, and they're showing a CG of 26.2 there. So let's see. 26.2 CG.
That's almost out of parameters. I thought you couldn't have anything bigger than 25.
Well, that's what I looked at was when you go back to, if you go to your perf init, and you got gross weight 136/26.2% CG. It says cruise CG. I don't know if that makes any difference. But when I go to ProSim, it's showing 20.7 CG at a 0 fuel weight of 131 and a gross weight of 145. I don't understand why there's such a big discrepancy between what ProSim is showing and what
I can't be much help to you there. I do not import plans from SimBrief for this
all right,
data.
so let me try this. If the 0 fuel weight is 131.7, 131.7, we'll enter 131.7. All right, and that put my fuel at 145.9, so that makes sense. Okay. So I adjusted that manually.
That should have all gotten loaded into the iOS app.
That's where I'm taking this from, is the iOS app.
Yep, that'll make it agree. Right.
So it's 20.
Wasn't tracking.
20.7 is the CG, and that's 566 on the trim. All right. It's just the V speeds or what seems crazy.
Yeah, the V speeds are not going to match now with your OFP.
Okay, so 146.
Due to load not being brought into ProSim correctly.
All right, I'll accept that. All right, so 146, we adjusted that, so we need to change our departure to 34 left, Chewy 1, and that's all good. And of course, it takes your V speeds out.
Wait, Batson gave you runway 8, is that correct on your PDF?
No, it's changed though. I mean, the winds are changing, so I'm going to double check the ATIS and see. Hang on.
Denver.
Oh, so I say it took a while for it to come
Mission
back
Oscar 18530. Wind 120 at 5. Visibility 10.
120.
Few clouds at 3,000. Few clouds at 20,000. Temperature -8. Dew point -13. Altimeter 3021. Departing runway 8. Runway 17 left.
Wow.
Runway 25.
Okay.
Aircraft must read back assigned heading or first waypoint with takeoff clearance. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Notices to air missions bird activity within the airport. ATEX system in use. Have mode C transponder on and squawking assigned code in movement areas and before calling for pushback. Contact appropriate ramp control for pushback. Advise on initial contact. You have information Oscar.
Okay, mission information Oscar, and it's still 8. See, that's where it really is working with. Let me just double check. All right, so I'll look at my charts here. See if sometimes BATSIM doesn't use the same frequencies as the charts.
That's annoying.
Well, and your charts are not always going to have this. It's 126. That's Denver departure. Yeah, well, because they're a center, they have a little bit of leeway there you're not going to see their frequency on the chart necessarily.
Sure.
Oh, excuse me.
I would just think for ground tower and departure, it should match the Jefferson charts.
Oh, come on. Oh, here it is. Oh, that's wonderful. Now they left. Oh, you chumps. Okay.
They were waiting too long.
Well, I mean, who knows, maybe something came up, he had to leave. That's understandable.
Oh, true. Could be anything.
It happens.
Right.
All right, so we don't have to worry. Well, no, now he's showing he's back. 127,650. Maybe he just restarted. Maybe he's watching our stream going, those bozos. Let's see, 127,650. I'm just going to call him up for a radio check. Denver Center, Southwest 4043 radio check. $127,650. Oh. Denver Center, Southwest 4043 radio check.
Hello, 4043 Denver Center 5x5.
Yeah, copy. Just want to confirm we have Oscar and we still departing runway 8. Did you hear him say something?
Southwest 4043, affirmative. It'd be a runway 8 for departure.
I copy that, runway 8 for departure. We'll call you for push. Southwest 4043. Okay, yep, still 8.
Denver Center, Southwest 488. We probably missed it, but we're clear up to 370, sir.
Okay,
Southwest
so
48, affirmative, climb and maintain flight level 370.
370, Southwest 488.
all right, so now I got VNAV, so it's all happy. So okay, that's good to know. It's a good cross check.
Denver Center, Foundation, November 7, Tree Hotel, radio check.
So how are you doing on timing? Are you, where are you on your setup?
And I got a bit of a weird request when you got a minute.
Go ahead.
You still with me?
We were looking to perhaps do some weather recon. We're currently at Colorado Airspace Port. We're going to head over to the Thurman VOR sites, and we're looking just to hold at that VOR, do some data collection, and then head back. So just let me know if that's something that might be possible.
November 7, that is possible, but I will be closing here in about 15 minutes.
Oh, Denver's going to be closing in about 15 minutes.
Roger that. I'll follow up.
All right, so we're going to continue into our setup. We have the
momentarily.
mode control panel is engaged. Double check that autopilot disengage is off, so we're good
Denver
there.
Tower,
CDU is
United
programmed.
2130.
VHF radios are set. We got the ATIS, and we are currently on
2130, Denver Center, runway 8, taxi east out of the ramp, Mike.
The clock is true. We have 1328. And nose wheel steering
Copy.
is guarded.
Runway 8.
Main panel lower
Taxi
DU
east to
selectors
Mike.
check normal. Flight annunciator panel check. 3 reds, orange, 3 orange. PFD ND checked. Artificial horizon at 45. Yes, that's showing up on the speed tape. V1 speed shown. Yes. No. We are not getting V1, so let's go back into takeoff and double check that. There we go. 138 V1 is showing up in there. Initial climb altitude, flight level 370 on the Chewy departure. Heading indicator matches the terrain. Yeah, -6, no. Interesting. And we are at 3021. That's showing 5360. Interesting. All right, we're going to leave that. Standby gauges check. Confirm artificial horizon level. Checked. Check flags. Yes, both RMIs are flagged. And the local pressure is 3021. N1 set to auto. That's confirmed. Speed ref is in auto. Confirmed. Fuel flow reset.
November 86, November Golf, center maintain 16,000.
Fuel flow is reset.
Center maintain 16,000, plus 86, November Golf.
Speed brake is down. Flaps are up. Thrust lever forward for check. And takeoff configuration confirmed. Parking brake set. Hydraulic pressures 3,000 for the brake pressure. Levers are in, fuel levers are in cutoff. Stab trim electrical test. It's not going to work, but yeah.
Airbus 4638, expect the RNet Zulu rolling 16 right into Denver.
Transponder is set. Stabilizer switch is
this
guarded.
aircraft is
In ground
not
proximity warning, we did that test, so zero fuel weight as we cross-check that.
Expect the visual runway 16, I'll give you one
N1s
left.
are full. We're
Visual
not going to
16
do a
left,
reduced
thanks,
takeoff.
4638.
V speeds have been set, 138, 141, and 146 respectively. Stab trim is set to 565. Fuel pumps as required. APU is running, so set gates departure. We are ready for push and start. Pushback time noted.
Jet 420, Hotel Echo Denver Center, radar contact, welcome aboard.
Tim, are you there still? Let's see, did I lose you?
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I got you now.
Skywest 4638, after cliff, descend and maintain 8,000.
Yeah, I didn't hear you there for a while, so you're good. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was quiet. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. You ready for push yet?
By the way, pardon me?
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
What was your question?
Are you ready to push and start?
Yes.
Okay, and what was your question?
Denver Center, citation November 73 Hotel. We're ready to
See,
take
what
our
happens is I can't hear you when ATC is talking because it like squelches you out, so I may have to turn you up.
Citation 73 Hotel, Denver Center.
Okay. On the live stream, when ATC was talking, it was a little soft. If there's a way you can adjust that up.
Adjust what up? ATC's?
Yeah, ATC coming through on your live stream.
All right, so I just cranked it up a lot now. So, and I can hear you fine. I turned the volume up all the way. Let's see what happens when they come in and say something. So I'm going to call for push and start. Let's see.
November 73 Hotel, you are cleared to the Colorado Spaceport via Radar Vectors Thurman Direct. Maintain 8,000 departures. This frequency squawk 4367.
We're cleared to the Colorado Airspace Port via Vectors Thurman, then direct. Initial 8,000 departure. This frequency squawking 4367. Citation
Is that
73
better
Hotel.
audio for ATC?
Citation 73 Hotel readback is correct. Runway 17 taxi via Delta 7.
Live stream.
Yeah, you get squelched out by them.
17 via, sorry, can you say taxi route again?
Yep, you're kind of at the Delta, you're kind of at a pad over there. It's basically just Delta 7 to the end there at 17.
Roger that. Delta 7 there, runway 17, citation 70 Hotel. Thanks.
Denver Center, Southwest 4043, Terminal C, ready for push and start with Oscar.
Southwest 4043, Denver Center, push straight back to the first line, call for taxi. Denver altimeter 3021.
Pushback first line, call for taxi, altimeter 3021, Southwest 4043.
United 2130, wind 120 at 5, runway 8, clear for takeoff.
Runway 8, clear to take off.
Denver Center, citation 73 Hotel. Do you have any altimeter for airspace port?
Citation 73 Hotel, spaceport altimeter 3026.
3026, thanks. Citation 73 Hotel.
United 1234,
Got no time.
United 1234, runway 25, taxi west out of the ramp, Gulf,
Sorry if you're
Denver
talking,
altimeter 3021.
I can't hear you whenever they're talking.
altimeter
It
3021,
it squelches you out.
west and Gulf. 1234.
All right, so push
Denver
and start.
Center, Django
Push time is
320,
noted.
flight level
Bleed pressures.
370. Tell me when you say.
Django 320, Denver Center, radar contact, welcome aboard.
November
Start pressures adequate for starting.
November 247, Juliet Lima, pause scratch, to maintain flight level 210.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
210, November 15.
Any collision lights will turn on as soon as they start moving, and we're going to do right engine first.
November 247, Juliet Lima, advise when able the approach request tonight into Aspen.
21% he's looking for.
We are expecting Arnav Fox approach November 15.
Locking gear.
Alright, you can expect that tonight.
Center, good day, United 1083, flight level 350, inbound flight.
That's interesting. No ding dong.
United 1083, Denver Center, radar contact, welcome aboard. At a 1639, leave my airspace to the east. Minneapolis Center's offline for exchange frequency.
Unicom, yeah.
Definitely feel the rising. I'm lifting us up.
Denver Tower, United 2130, crossing flight level, or crossing 8,000 feet, climbing 10,000 feet.
Commencing push.
At
Due to ice.
the Key 7 departure.
Completed and brakes are set.
United 2130, Denver Center, radar contact, climb maintain flight level 390, proceed direct dues, then on course.
Climb and maintain flight level 390.
Gentlemen,
Direct.
for just a moment. We'd like to point
And
out the
missed that
safety
first
features
waypoint. What was that?
of 737
Doozy, it's the transition on the upkeep departure.
Card is in the seat
Copy
back
that.
or
Direct
your
Doozy.
pocket in front
Thank
of
you.
to fasten your seatbelt, slide the flat end into the buckle. Pull the loose strap to tighten.
Denver, Plata State 6, Denver Golf, just want to confirm 3013 in
Royal, so I'm sure we're going to be past that by the time we get there, but I'll just put this in case.
Plata State 6, November Golf, aspen altimeter 3013.
Because looking at the
doors in the back. Signs overhead and lights on the floor lead to exits. If an evacuation is necessary, follow flight attendant commands and leave
CAS,
everything.
there's a below 10,
This
so we
aircraft
do
is
have
equipped
Royal,
with
there's below
life
10,
rafts.
so we do have a restriction
2
on the
life rafts
altitude.
are located in the forward
departure.
ceiling
Right, that
compartment,
should
and
be in
2
your
life rafts
CDU,
are
Scott.
located
Yeah,
in the
I'm
ceiling
seeing it in the
compartment
CDU right
mid-cabin.
now.
In the event of a water
Okay,
evacuation,
so yeah, it'll
use a
hold
life
there.
vest under your seat. Remove the vest only
Yeah,
to
I'm
do
just
FMC will
so.
cause the aircraft
Pull
to
the
hold.
red strap to
Right.
open the container
I'm just
and
going to leave
remove
it in the
pouch.
CDU, I mean
Remove
in
the
the
vest from the
MCP for
pouch
now,
as
in
shown
case
on
he
the
wants us
safety
to hold there
information
longer.
card. Place the
But I
vest
doubt
over
it.
your head. Wrap the strap
Denver
around
Center,
your
Dingo
waist.
320, confirm you're going to be going off in about 10 minutes.
Lights on.
Echo 320, it's affirmative.
To manually
Roger.
inflate the flow into the tube at your shoulder. Your vest has a light that turns on automatically in the
Temperature coming
water.
up.
Please refer to the safety information card for use of a life vest on an infant.
2 is
Flight
21.
attendants will
We'll
distribute
introduce
additional
fuel
vests
to
as
idle.
needed. We are coming by to check that your seatbelt is fastened, your seat back and tray table are in a full upright and locked position, and your carry-on items are completely under the seat in front of you or in an overhead bin, leaving the area from your feet clear. Smoking is not allowed on board, including the lavatories. The use and charging of
Fuel flow is
electronic
looking good.
cigarettes is prohibited.
November 247, Juliet Lima, just going to maintain 5,000, aspen altimeter
It
3013.
is also prohibited to consume alcohol that you have brought
All right.
with you on this flight.
Good start there.
Federal
So,
aviation
Maintain
regulations require
1.7
passenger
feet
compliance with the
and
light of
altimeter
passenger information
3013.
posted flight cards and crew member instructions.
Headed
including
9001 at
information on
pounds
seatbelt
discretion, send to
and
maintain
smoking.
flight level 200.
Needed. 4 oxygen masks will drop from a compartment overhead. To activate the flow of oxygen,
November
hold
86,
down
November
on the
Golf,
mask
send to maintain
until the plastic
15,000.
tubing is fully extended.
Down to
Place the mask
15,000,
over your
86 November
nose
Golf.
and mouth and breathe normally.
yeah, I see a spot number
Secure
right
the
off to my
mask with
left.
the
I can't
elastic
read it
strap.
though.
Although oxygen
All
will
right,
be
so-
slow.
Denver Center, Station 37 Hotel, sort of 17 at Delta 7, ready to go.
Otherwise notified.
November 73 Hotel, flight runway heading wind 0706, runway 17, clear for takeoff.
Runway heading 17, clear takeoff, 37 Hotel.
Coverings
Well,
before
temperature's
donning an
looking good.
oxygen mask. We are here for
Fuel
your
flow looks
comfort and
good.
safety. Please report any unwelcome behavior to a flight attendant. Thank you for your attention. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy your 1 hour and 55 minutes flight to Minneapolis, St. Paul. Welcome aboard.
Alright, so starters off, Gen 1 to on, Pax 1 to auto, Engine 1 alpha, engine electric hydraulics on, so that's all good. Cross check, Gen 1's cranking, Gen 2's cranking. Good.
November 247, Juliet Lima, turn left heading 020 vectors for sequencing into Aspen.
Just heading 020 for vectors, November 247, Juliet Lima.
Alright, so that's all good. Before taxi, fuel cutoff levers to idle, correct?
November 86, November Golf, send maintain 14,000.
Generators check for AC voltage.
Down to 14,000, 86 November Golf.
Field side, Sky West
We're going to go
4638.
ahead and put,
Sky West 4638, second. Field inside.
you going to do engine anti-ice?
Sky West 4638, Roger. Once I get you on the down here, I'll turn you into the visual.
Anti-ice hydraulic switches are on, bleed pressure checked.
Delta 8877, leave Marin Space to the west, Los Angeles Center's offline for exchange crew, see ya.
APU we can turn off. Okay, APU off. Master caution recall.
Delta 2125, leave Marin Space to the west, Los Angeles closed for exchange crew, see ya.
Switch advisory, Delta 2125, for the alpha.
That looks good.
And sorry, Delta 8877, 1 second, call me fine.
Looks good. Rudder. That looks good. Flight controls check. Alright, ready to taxi. Let's get here. Denver Center, Southwest 4043 at spot 4, ready for taxi.
Southwest 4043, runway 8, taxi east out of the ramp, Mike, Denver altimeter 3021.
Taxi into the ramp, then Mike, altimeter 3021, runway 8, Southwest 4043.
November 86 November Golf Cross, red table at or above 3000, cleared the roaring fork visual runway 15 into Aspen.
Flaps 5.
Red table out above 3000, cleared visual 15 in Aspen, plotted 86 November Golf.
Denver Center, Jango 320, I have a question when you got time.
Jango 320, go ahead.
So, for on-staff airport on the approach, do I contact Unicom or CTAP?
Jango 320, until you're about 20 miles out, so when you start your initial descent, that'll be on Unicom, and when you're about 20 miles out from Cheyenne, you'll switch to CTAP.
Roger, thank you.
November 247 Juliet Lima, turn right heading turn right direct to red table.
Right table, November 21.
If it's red table, it's the Delta Bravo Lima VOR. You can also just set and maintain 14,000.
Roger, Delta Bravo Lima, direct and descending 14,000, November 21.
November 86 November Golf, wind at Aspen 350 at 5, runway 15, clear to land.
Clear to 15, 86 November Golf, thanks, have a good night.
November 247 Juliet Lima, cross red table at or above 13,700, clear to RNAV Foxtrot approaching to Aspen.
Crossing WVOR at 1370 and clear RNAV approach, running 15, November 21.
Denver Center, Citation 37 Hotel, level 8000.
Yeah, we've got another disconnect here.
Citation 73 Hotel, radar contact, climb maintain, flight level 450, turn left direct to Thurman.
Lost the audio for the ProSim, so...
Hoping to begin our data collection at 10,000, so we just get that
Denver Center Hotel, climb maintain 10,000.
climb maintain 10,000, 37 Hotel, thanks.
And at 1234, wind 340 at 5, runway 25, clear for takeoff.
25, clear for takeoff, cool.
I think I'm done.
Oh. You can, if you lost the audio, you may be able to restart the audio app.
Well, I restarted ProSim, which is going to
That was 4638, turn right heading 080 on the rollout. Denver's going to be at your 2 to 3 o'clock and about 15 miles per field.
That's how the cockpit is set up now, so I'm just letting it go through.
That was 4638, clear visual approach runway 16 left.
I accelerated and it wasn't moving. It's like the parking brakes were still set.
Sure.
It's like they have got to get this figured out. It's like, dag nabbit, man, what is the deal?
Remember, 247 Juliet Lima, I do need to close here shortly for change to CTAF, and Aspen is approved as a safe landing in Aspen. You've got one aircraft about 5 miles ahead of you. Looks like he's lining up now to land at 9,000 feet.
I can't hear a word you're saying with ATC.
Okay, Roger, thank you very much for all the information.
That's another thing I have to get figured out with ATC talking.
November 86 November Golf, I do have to close here. You've got nobody in front of you at Aspen, nobody on the ground that I can see. For exchange to CTAF is approved as safe landing.
Alright, so let's find
Over to CTAF, thank you, 86 November Golf, good night.
Skywest 4638, Denver Center's closing for exchange to CTAF is approved.
Connected.
Over to Unicom, Skywest 4638, thanks a lot.
November 73 Hotel, for exchange to Unicom is approved as a safe survey.
Alright, so let's change
Over to Unicom 12.8, thanks for your help, 37 Hotel, yeah.
November 420 Hotel Echo, Denver Center's closing for exchange to Unicom is approved as a safe landing to Jackson Hall.
I guess ready means it's ready to roll.
Unicom 420 Hotel Echo.
So we'll try that.
American 9998, Denver Center's closing for exchange to Unicom is approved as a safe landing to Honolulu.
Disconnected.
Denver Center, United 1046, I hear you're closing. Can I get a squawk code from you?
I mean, not my flight plan, but my...
Yep, 1046, goodbye.
My whole deal with Southwest.
1046, 65, 17, 6517.
Show that it's not...
Okay, thank you.
I think, I don't know, let me see.
Right, you can cancel the flight plan and then start it up again.
It shows that it's still on, so let's see what happens here.
Tango 320, Denver Center's closing for exchange proof, see ya.
Jango 320, 1018, thank you.
Yeah, I'm continuing my flight here.
JetBlue 329, Denver Center's closing for exchange to Unicom's approved, safe flight into Burbank.
Exchange proof, appreciate it, JetBlue 359.
At attending 3, Denver Center's closing for safe flight into Nashville tonight.
Unicom, United 1080, speak to advance.
JetBlue 107, Denver Center is closing for exchange proof. Safe flight into LA.
Alright, 122 for JetBlue 107. Have an amazing day, man.
Ready not mean that
Southwest
it's ready
48,
to
Denver Center is
roll
closing
like
for
it
exchange
was?
proof. Safe flight into Love Field.
Over to Unicom with the Southwest
It's still
48.
showing like I got to
And
start the
9001,
engines
Denver
up.
Center is closing for exchange proof. Safe flight into Aspen.
Thanks, man. Thanks for your ATC. Great job. Good day.
Hang on, I'm going to get off
JetBlue
at
286,
that
Denver Center is
because
closing
they're
for
getting ready
exchange
to
proof. Safe
close
flight into
anyway, and they're
Kennedy.
just stopping me from being able to talk to you.
Over to Unicom, JetBlue 286. Have a good one.
At 2130, Denver Center is closing for exchange proof. Safe flight into Memphis.
Over to Unicom. Thanks for the ATC.
And at 1234, Denver Center is closing.
Okay, shut them up. Okay, what were you saying? I'm sorry.
Oh, if you restarted ProSim, you're cold and dark, right? So.
Well, I was, but then after it restarted, I went into ProSim and changed it from cold and dark to ready.
Oh, ready. Okay, yeah, I've never had that working for me. But
so
I think that means what, the APU's running and all that?
Well, I would think that it's ready to go, like it's ready to just throttle in and let's go, like everything's running, but apparently not because everything's shut down.
No, you still have to set your flight plan and your.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm toast then. So carry on, do your flight. What I'm going to do is I want to try to look at this. I've got to address this audio because anybody coming into VATSIM, you get totally smashed. I mean, it's like you might as well just squelch your voice all the way down. I can't hear anything on your end, so I need to figure out another way to address that. So, yeah, and it's already 10 to 2. I don't have time to redo all of this over again. So enjoy the rest of your flight. I'm going to contact. I'm going to kill this stream and have the guys at FSC look at it and see if they can't figure out why this keeps everything keeps disconnecting, because that's just not a way to. We can't have that. That's unacceptable.
Right.
All right. Okay, buddy. Well, have a good one.
All right. Good luck, Scott. And,
okay, dude. We'll catch you later.
Bye.
All right. Cheers.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, we have technical problems again with the software that handles the yokes and the throttle keeps disconnecting and makes the airplane unflyable. So I need to get with FSC and get them to try to correct that, figure out what's causing this, because if the only way I can fly is to have nothing connected to this machine, I can't fly on VATSIM, I can't have anything else going.